I'm Dr. Samuel Morris. I work at Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, and my job is working at the Facility for Analysis, Characterization, Testing and Simulation. So we're a characterization facility where we specialize in X-ray diffraction and electron microscopy. And currently I work as a research fellow there, where I run the single crystal X-ray diffractometer, and I help teach and guide our users to get the best data.
I'm Wei Ling. So I'm Sam's colleague. We work at the same place. He's in charge of the single crystal, whereas I'm in charge of the powder X-ray diffractometer. So our job scope is more or less the same. So users come and look for us whenever they need some characterization help, whenever they need to know how to use certain equipment. So we help to guide them. We help them with the analysis. Hopefully that they can find out more things for their research.
So we're looking at solid neodymium magnets and trying to make a permanent magnet from a mixture of neodymium, cobalt, boron and iron. So the scope of the project was that there's currently a very expensive solid state synthesis method, but our colleague Yao Ying Zhong, and her group are working on making the permanent magnets using a different route. So using ball milling, which is an awful lot cheaper than the solid state high temperature regimes which you would have to make these magnets with. So we've got a series of samples which are at different ball milling times, and we're using XAFs to see if we can scope out what's going on. So X-ray crystallography can tell you the long range order, but XAFs can help us with the short range order, the real nitty gritty of what's going on with the elements inside. I probably said everything.
Usually because the thing is we are looking at short range order now, and XFs is a very good technique to do such a short range order. So to do that you need high energy X-rays. So laboratory X-rays typically are not good enough. So usually people do XFs in synchrotron. So you need that high energy X-rays to resolve the small short range order. Yeah, so that's why we are here.
Great. So I've been to quite a few synchrotrons during my PhD and postdoc, and the SLRI is fantastic. The staff are very helpful. The staff work for a very long time. So most other synchrotrons you'll find staff working more normal office hours, whereas here we've had people helping us all the way till midnight, which has been a huge help. So it means that we're very new to XAFs. We're quite comfortable with X-rays, but the technique itself is still quite unknown to us. So we're still learning the ways, and they've been great helping us show us how to prepare our samples, how to get the best data, and with constant discussion it's been really good.
The staff here are really helpful, so they kind of give us like a step-to-step guidance because we are really brand new to this area of research. So they guide us all the way from like how to calculate the mass to use for the sample prep, and how to prepare the samples, to how to set up the experimental setup, and what kind of data is good enough for analysis, so that we can gather the correct and good quality data to go back for analysis. Yeah, so it's kind of good so far. Hopefully we will get very good results.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if we have the chance, because to come to synchrotron you have to write a proposal, and your proposal has to be accepted. So it's not that we want to come, we can come back. It has to be accepted first. So hopefully we will have more chance to come back. Yeah.
So this is my first time in Thailand. I'm from the UK originally, and I've lived in a few places around Asia, but I've never been to Thailand. So me and my girlfriend are off to Bangkok after the synchrotron, which should be really fun. So far, the variety of food has been great. It's quite spicy, so it's been quite tricky for me. But I'm getting used to it. I'm sure after a week here, my spice tolerance would have tripled, so it's good. We haven't explored the local town yet. We've been around the campus a bit, which is nice. We feel very safe, which is always good. And yeah, I like the weather. So we come from Singapore, and Singapore is very humid for me. Thailand is a bit nicer, so I enjoyed it a lot.
So our plan is actually to go and explore Thailand or maybe Bangkok after the experiment. So we want to finish our actual work first before we enjoy.
Yeah.
So I don't really have much to say about our experience, but so far we are only in the campus and the people around are really helpful. They're very friendly. So even though there's a bit of a language barrier because some of the people don't really speak English, but there are always passerbys to help out. So they will help to translate. There's even like we wanted to change our room in the hotel because of some issues, and one of the cafe ladies actually helped us to write a note to our hotel manager to let us change the room. So
Everybody's been very helpful.
yes, friendly and helpful.
I think compared to other synchrotrons, you're doing very well. The only thing I would say was that I would prefer the accommodation. So we're staying up in near Gate 1. I think it is Gate 1. In a mansion which is clearly a all time of day hotel. So the problem is that when you're doing beam time, you often have to sleep at very odd time frames. So Wei Ling will go to bed now after this, and she'll sleep during the day. But that's a real problem if you don't have blackout blinds and a knowledge of the other people in the hotel that there's people doing that. And that's the only comment. I think everything else is going great, so it's really fun.
To add on the accommodation part, I think the thing is our hotel is actually like a 15 minutes bike ride, or if you were to walk it would take like 30 minutes. So given the condition that we have to work at weird awkward hours, so it's a bit troublesome. Yeah, but other than that, the experiment part is working good, hopefully. So I think besides the accommodation, there's nothing.
Yeah. The synchrotron itself is great.
Yeah.
Well ran, friendly staff, very easy to
Yes.
navigate. It's great.
Yeah.